Howdy! My jesters, my perros, and my non-binary harlequins. It's me! One second. It's a lot more intensive than you think it is. Creed! Hi! Today we're going to be playing Ace Attorney. You might notice it's kinda late, but, there was some scheduling issues. And so we're doing it live. And today I'm joined by the most mimetic. It's
Macro.
Yeah, I think Liz was busy, so. We're gonna play the Vidya. Midnight stream. It's kind of dumb they called a guy who's never wrong Phoenix Wright. Luna still has no idea who Shemp is. Shemp is the fourth of the Three Stooges.
It's kind of like the 10th class in TF2. No one knows about that one.
Secret bonus Shemp. Share screen. Alright. Sorry, that was taking a second. Yeah! It's gonna be great.
I'm excited for the courtroom.
Are you ready to put a clown on trial?
Yeah.
Why is Jaden no longer allowed to spell Ika-Haika-Kai's name? December 29th, 9:43 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 5. Good morning, Max. Max?
Milk.
We've all been there. What?
If I don't have a glass of milk before I go on stage, I just can't function, sweetie.
Boy
He's
needs
just
his
like me.
milk!
He's just like me. Except for the whole grooming
everything about this character is just like Mako, yeah. Full agreement, Mako.
No.
This character's basically one-to-one on Mako's entire demeanor and outlook on life.
Just this one thing, okay?
Every aspect.
You see, the milk is a metaphor for the fact that he's like still a child at heart and he still wants his mommy's milk, and that's why he's going after children.
I mean, if he's a child at heart and what truly matters is on the inside, then I feel like that's legal, Mako.
No.
It's a stage? Don't worry, there won't be a stage. All you have to do is sit down.
I guess.
Nick. Max is really nervous. It's understandable.
Hey, my sweeties.
What?
You don't think I should fly, do you?
Huh?
No. You gotta make a good first impression. When I enter the room, maybe I should fly in and warm up the crowd a little.
I mean, it probably would do pretty well.
Honestly, it would impress the judge.
No. We can't have you flying around the courtroom. This wouldn't be right. Imagine if you hit someone. Sorry, Max. Just do what Nick says and everything will be okay.
Oh, sweetie.
What is it this time, Max?
Why don't you try flying into the courtroom?
I think that's a solid idea. We should do that.
I can see it now. The dashing young lawyer flying fabulously in from above. One glimpse of that and everyone in the room will be on your side.
Max, really, no one needs to fly today. Nick, what's with that look in your eyes? I like the sound of that. Dashing young lawyer, flying fabulously. Man, Phoenix really is bisexual.
picturing that Phoenix and having him singing "I Want to Rock."
I want to rock.
Rock. I love the part in that where like they say rock and it just shows a picture of a rock.
December 29th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. Mako, in line with that, there's a song I like by OK Go, one of my favorite bands, called Get Over It. And throughout the song, they keep doing basically that bit, where if they mention something, they just show it somewhere on the set, which is really funny, because it includes one line where they say, "Hey!" And it just shows there's a bale of hay there. They say, like, up to the gills, and show a picture of a fish just in the room. I like that song. It's stupid. Are you ready to put on your good German accent?
Yes.
And now the court. What?
Your Honor, get on with it.
Oh, sorry. I just realized that the defendant's name is Billy Bob Johns.
So?
Well, isn't the defendant also known as Maximilian Galactica?
It's a stage name. Yes, Your Honor. He does often go by that name.
You know, my grandchild is a huge fan of his.
Judge
I think
Fox?
everyone here wouldn't mind if we call the defendant Maximilian Galactica. It sounds more friendly.
I wonder if that's to our advantage. I mean, it is a murder trial.
Miss Von Karma, your opening statement, if you please.
Let's not dead name the magician.
I hope you didn't bother thinking you'd win this one, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Eh?
The spirit channeling trial was a sham. I refuse to acknowledge its legitimacy.
You lost. You don't get to... It doesn't matter if you refuse to acknowledge it, you did in fact lose.
It did not count.
You're really in character, huh?
Do you hear me?
Francisco Card be like, nuh-uh! The fuck you mean, nuh-uh?
My controller's batteries died halfway through the match.
Lag!
My little brother was playing for the second half.
Please say meet me on land, motherfucker.
My dog perished.
You must still be upset about what happened last time.
You have no chance. Zero. Zilch. Nada. I am not losing this case. Why, you ask? Because it is not in the name of a Von Karma to lose at anything.
Still got a weird bruise thing on my thumb.
I mean, your dad lost his life. The bruise has not gotten worse, has it?
No. Just weird. Cause they normally, bruises are like splotchy, but it's just like a little black swingus underneath the skin. Might just be different because the skin of a fingers are like more compact than those on like your arm or leg. I guess being born with the name Von Karma is a free pass to be arrogant and annoying.
Watch and learn, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Live and learn! Rolling on the edge of tomorrow! Live and learn!
I'll show you the textbook procedure for proving how absolutely guilty you are.
In the Phoenix Wright fan-made musical I've mentioned before, Francisca Von Karma does get a song, and it is 90% just call you a foolish fool.
Ah, yes.
Me? Guilty?
Is that the same one with the breakdancing?
No, that's different.
It will be my ultimate revenge.
But it's not like it'll bring her dad back.
Oh my god, we're always playing that card.
just call across it. Remember your dad's dead?
There. Opening statement complete. Now let's hurry and wrap up this waste of time.
Very well. You may call your first witness, Miss Von Karma.
Detective Dirk Gumshoe, get up there! Now! Sorry to keep you from work, as I'm sure you need every penny you can earn, Detective.
Don't mention it. There's no trouble at all. I've been looking forward to this.
Very well. I would like you to begin by shedding light on the events in question.
At your service, sir.
All right, Detective.
I'm having to switch between 3 extremely different voices rapid fire.
L plus dead dad.
You must proceed with your testimony.
Details of the events.
The night of the crime, the snow was falling until 9:40 p.m., making it extremely cold out. All of the circus performers were gathered in the big top to practice their routines. The practice session broke up around 10 p.m. The murder itself took place in the plaza in front of the lodging house at 10:15 p.m. The victim was found bent over a wooden box, dead as a doornail. The cause of death was blunt force trauma that snapped a vertebrae in his neck.
You know, we still haven't figured out what probably killed him here. Like, there's no apparent murder weapon yet. Like, there's the box, and that causes some idea that maybe he fell onto the box and broke his neck, but there's footprints leading out to which imply that he walked there. It's like he walked there, then slumped over onto the box. It's like, if somebody threw something at him, that would have been at the scene of the crime, right? Somebody would have to have gone and picked it up, but how do you pick up something that's, like, off the ground, without leaving footprints?
Very unclear.
Like, I have an idea of who killed them, but I don't have an idea of how they killed them just yet. That's the fun of a murder mystery game.
He was beaten to death.
Here's the autopsy report for the victim.
The court accepts this into evidence.
There's a lot of typos in this.
Russell's autopsy report. Time of death, 10:15 p.m. Cause? Blunt force trauma to the back of the head.
A blunt object. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. Ooh. Let me ask you about the snow.
It was nearly a blizzard up until the time of the crime.
Did it pile up?
It wasn't such a big deal. Maybe about 1.5 inches was on the ground. There's no frozen place and stayed on the ground until the next day.
Snow. Let me see. There's gonna be more to this. Yeah? What's the matter, Nick? Take a look at the court record.
Mr. Gumshoe, what were the members of the circus doing on the night of the crime?
When you say all the circus performers, who do you mean?
Everyone but the dancers and staff were there. Regina the animal tamer, Mo the clown, Ben the ventriloquist, and of course the defendant, Maximilian Galactica, and his victim, the ringmaster. Oh, I almost forgot. Regent the tiger was there as well.
Where was Acro the acrobat? Out of curiosity, what about the circus monkey?
when I was investigating yesterday, he happened to snatch my wristwatch.
Detective, you're welcome to file a police report after these proceedings.
After the practice was over, where did everyone head off to?
Regina was playing with Regent while Mo went back to his room tired from work. Ben Ventriloquist went to the front gate, absorbed in his own world. The ringmaster and Max went off to the ringmaster's room to talk privately.
Talk privately, huh? That's awfully suspicious. You wouldn't happen to know what they were talking about, would you?
It seems they were negotiating Max's salary.
Actually, Max was asking for Regina's hand in marriage. Can you be more specific about the events at 10:15 p.m.?
Okay. No problem, pal. We got a witness. Ow!
This is totally meaningless. Time to move on.
Why are so many of these, like, ones going on their own?
Because she's whipping them.
I know, but, like, that's like the third time the trial that text just continued scrolling, which makes it hard to read.
Yeah.
Alright. We'll just have to revisit that testimony later. Detective Gumshoe, would you mind telling us how the victim met his end?
Avery, if you get mad at Mako, do you squirt ink at him? That I have not had that happen to me.
Why would I do that? Seems rude. A wooden box.
That's right.
If you get mad at somebody, do you start, like, violently pissing on them? Like, what? It's a weird thing to do.
The victim must have been carrying the wooden box when he was killed.
Carrying the box, huh?
What if they weren't carrying the box? What if the box is the murder weapon? And it, like, hit them, and then they fell over onto it, though I don't know the physics of that yet.
Yeah, I don't know how that would work. It was a rather strange wooden box, Your Honor.
What do you mean?
Well, it was much heavier than it looked. Not to mention it was locked.
Locked, you say?
What a box. The victim was hunched over this 20-pound box. It boasts a small but strong lock.
I'm sure the contents of that box will never be relevant.
What about the box? What's in the box? You figure it weighs about 20 pounds, right?
Sounds about right. The whole thing is lined with iron.
Iron plating, but I think it's lined with iron.
I figured they just did it to make the box heavy.
I think we should all do. I think we could all do without your guesses, Detective. Stick to what little you actually know.
Sorry. Suffice it to say, the box is really heavy.
For once, the prosecutor's objection was actually a proper objection. What they're doing there was speculation. They weren't giving an actual testimony on what they knew, they were giving testimony on what they thought was the case, which is something they should be doing.
What did he say he thought?
He thought that they just put the iron on the plating on it to make the box heavier. Like, that you can't know that, and so it should not be part of your testimony.
Much better. You may continue on, Detective.
Well, his death was a blunt force trauma that snapped a vertebrae in his neck. According to the officer's report, the murder weapon was a blunt object, correct?
You done your homework, pal.
You handed it to me 2 seconds ago. And you haven't found this murder weapon, have you?
The police are searching for it as we speak.
It's the box.
My theory is that it is something the perpetrator ran off with.
You would think so, especially since you didn't find it on the scene.
No. I bet he made it disappear with magic.
There wasn't much that we can go after Gumshoe at this time. Gives the facts, as he saw them, but there's gotta be more to this. I didn't see anything. That's why you're the lawyer and I'm the medium.
Just keep asking about the box, I guess.
Yeah. I like that there's red text highlighting important words into numbers. Tell me about the contents of the box. Are you telling us what was inside that box?
Well, we found the box. It was locked tighter than Fort Knox. So we took it back to the station and cracked it open. All that was inside was this little bottle.
Contains a rare uranium isotope. Everyone at the circus is deathly ill.
Bottle? What is that, detective?
Exactly what it looks like, Your Honor. It's a condiment bottle.
Oh? What's inside the bottle?
It's filled with pepper.
Pepper? Why in the world was it locked in that big box?
Why is there What?
Are we sure it's pepper?
There was only one little bottle in that here. Like, if it was salt, then yeah, you can make the argument that it might be a different kind of crystal. But pepper's pretty unique in its appearance. What if it has some sort of special meaning? The victim was hunched over. It contains pepper.
Well, I think we have a good feel for the details of the event now.
I guess that's all we're gonna get out of Gumshoe in this case. And all we're gonna get out of is a little bottle of pepper? I didn't ask about the lock, damn.
Yeah, it presumably wasn't relevant.
Now that we have wrapped up the detective, I'd like to call my next witness.
Yeah, but you know me, I like to see all the text.
Eh? I'm not even off the stand yet.
Obviously. But that's due to you being slow and unable to take a hint.
I don't know, but wrapped up is such a mean sound to it. I'm a sensitive guy.
Thank you very much, Detective Gumshoe. You may step down. Miss Von Karma, call your next witness.
Okay, which one of us is gonna have a terrible time?
I would like to call Mr. Benjamin Woodman to the stand.
She's talking about Ben the ventriloquist. I wonder if Trillo will show up on the stand as well. Trillo wasn't called to the stand. Ben was called to the stand, Maya. There's a difference. We're gonna have to Oh,
no, okay.
Damn. Please stop violencing yourselves.
Your name and occupation for the record.
Okay, now take a drink before this. Sibilance. Red leather, yellow leather. Red leather, yellow leather. Skibbity doo da da, yes, skibbity dibbity neat. My full name is Triloquist, and I'm employed as an operatic tenor.
Excuse me. The witness called to the stand was one Mr. Benjamin Woodman, ventriloquist.
That roll must be cutting off your circulation. I said that I was a singer. If you don't believe me, fine. I'll grace you with a song. me.
You just did.
The world of law, exciting and daring. Guilt or innocence.
Darn.
Decided by a judge dressed up like a woman. Well, what do you think? It had good rhythm.
I really hope she whips him.
It's just the lyrics. It leaves something to be desired, so to speak. know better than to insult the judge. Shut up! Just look at your nose! You would think you'd have the sense to fix it! So ugly, I want to punch you in the face on the off chance swelling would help!
This guy has so many fucking mental issues.
No, your nose is the reason you'll never be an A-list star! Celebrities must really enjoy saying everything that flashes into their minds.
What's going on here? Order! Order! I demand to know who the witness is.
Long Island iced tea. Don't worry about me, sir. I'll let Trillo handle this.
I'm not worried about you one bit. I'm worried. Ouch!
You won't get anywhere trying to figure out this witness. Now, let's proceed.
What you witnessed? Once practice was over, I left the tent with the stooge. Clown. Once we got to the lodging house, I ditched him and went back to the plaza's entrance. That's when I saw Max heading toward the scene of the crime. He was the only one heading that way. How could that punk not be the killer? Then the police showed up and took Magic Boy away.
You saw Maximilian Galactica heading towards the scene. You're sure of that?
Without a doubt. He had on his silk hat, cloak, and the dumb white roses on his chest. How can you mistake someone with that crazy getup and his nose stuck up so high?
That's enough. I think we'll get the picture.
I like Trillo. You know, except for the whole regime thing, I like his attitude.
You said you ditched the clown.
That's right, dress boy.
Well, since you weren't with him, couldn't that mean the clown committed the crime?
He's got a point.
What a shame. It was a nice theory, but the clown can't be the culprit.
Why is that?
Billy
Can I
wants to
send you
send Mac with something.
I guess you're allowed to.
Here's absolute proof.
A small hat.
Silk hat?
Are hats able to be made out of silk?
This was found at the scene of the crime. It belongs to the defendant.
I should get a silk hat.
Why would you draw this, Billy? Why would you draw this?
What did you get?
Are you gonna show them as well?
I don't know, maybe. Depends on how funny it is.
No, I'm asking if Billy's gonna show you.
Without question, he was wearing his signature hat during practice. If the clown was the murderer, there would be no reason for this hat to be at the scene.
Other than
Avery's
framing people?
You know, Avery's DMs. I'll show it to them then.
Show the me. Me.
Ben when he sees a minor.
Yeah, it's valid. Also, no, Ben's not into that. Trillo's the one into that. Pay attention, Mako. You're getting the characters mixed up.
Well done, Miss Van Karma. Your prosecutorial skills are unrivaled. Well done.
Thank you for stating the obvious. Mr. Phoenix Wright, what do you have to say?
Okay, I guess she's the boss again today. The clown. You talking about Mo? Of course I'm talking about that old fart. He's so pathetic I can't stand him. A little bit of exercise and his makeup's running all over the place. His makeup's running more than he is. Once practice was over, he was 9/10 of the way to keeling over for good. Poor guy. Didn't have any choice, so Ben took him back to his room. When it comes to being a first-place loser, that guy's ahead of the pack.
Then what happened?
Why the plaza's entrance? You do some thinking, of course. It was awfully cold out that night, especially with all the snow around. Wouldn't thinking in your nice warm lodging house have been a better idea?
Mr. Phoenix Knight, I think you should leave the thinking to the witness.
And I'll leave the stinking to the shitness.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm a good thunker. At least my teachers always said I was. This guy passed the bar exam, maybe. That's when I saw Max, heading toward the scene of the crime. Stream redeemed to have Creed whipped. Are you sure it was really Max Galactica? Of course I'm sure! How can you mistake someone wearing such a snobby three-piece getup? Snobby three-piece getup? Get the wax out of your ears. Lawyers nowadays. They're like talking to a brick wall. Brick wall's better looking. Max three-piece getup. Jeez. Could you be any more dense? Like the aforementioned brick wall. All together now. Silk hat, cloak, white roses. Thank you. Nick, I think you should put a little more effort into preparing your questions. You saw Max, and only Max, right, Trillo? That's right. That makes him the killer. There's only one person head that way that night.
That makes quite a bit of sense and makes Mac one suspicious character.
Where certainly meets the eye. Is there something amiss in this?
There's no proof it was Max.
Wait a second. There's no proof that the witness saw Maximilian Galactica. Hey, you still don't get it, do ya? I saw what I saw. It was Max's three-piece joke of a costume. Funnier jokes than this guy makes. Alright, let's say it all together now. Silk hat, cloak, white roses. Thank you.
I think you should study up on your celebrities, Mr. Wright.
Great, and then he's shut down by a toy.
But, like, it could not have been someone wearing the outfit.
Then the police showed up and took away the magic. Around what time did the police arrive at the scene? I suppose that would have been around... Hey, what time was it? Well, I think it was around, I'd say a bit after 10:30 p.m., I think? Right then at 10 p.m., so that you hung around the lodging house the entire time? I guess that sounds about right. Wasn't it awfully cold? Can't believe you just stand outside in that weather. The truth is... Will you shut up, you big-nosed dope? Why are you telling him anything extra? You can't believe that we just stand outside in that weather. Well, maybe you were waiting for someone. What? Who said we were waiting for someone?
Mr. Phoenix Knight, we can all do without your offhanded theories.
But
slurring
this
my
witness,
syllables.
he's cracking under the pressure already. I'm onto something.
Mr. Wright. Who do you suppose the witness was waiting for out that in the quiet of that night?
Monkey. We know who they were waiting for. But I bet it was Franziska von Karma.
Yeah, I suppose it would be. No.
Don't hold your tongue, Ben. George have to answer the stupid questions. Sorry, Trillo. We gotta find a way to get more information out of this witness.
Why would you intentionally throw a bar away?
Think about it more, Nick. I'm sure you'd come with something. Trillo wouldn't happen to have a material motive for incriminating Max, would he? Well, Max is part of a bitter love triangle with Regina. Probably why Max had conked him over the head. Wasn't Ben the one who got knocked over the head? Yeah, I think so. I don't know anymore. Yeah, but I want to see what the other text options for the other one are.
Oh.
The monkey's chain. The monkey's fist. The monkey. Ben only saw Max? It's a bit strange, don't you think?
Lobster
strange?
claw. Monkey's paw.
You only saw Max. Doesn't it seem like you should have seen someone else as well?
What? Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright? Who else do you suppose the witness could have seen?
I guess this also works, because, like, shouldn't they have seen the victim?
I don't know. I mean,
Because, like, if the victim was over there to be killed, shouldn't he have seen the victim pass by at some point?
Probably.
That's the victim.
That's correct. If Trillo was at the entrance to the plaza, he should have seen the ringmaster as well.
Obviously, the ringmaster arrived at the scene of the crime before the witness. Could have seen him. Anyone with a sense could have figured that one out.
What are you talking about? The ringmaster and Max went together to the ringmaster's room.
Is that according to the defendant? A likely story. If Maximilian Galactica was supposed to be in the ringmaster's room, why was he, just as the witness stated, at the scene of the crime?
Ah!
I see. It seems that at this stage I have no reason to doubt this witness's testimony. And there are clearly no conclusive contradictions.
He's right.
A brilliant judgment, Your Honor. Now let's move along with the testimony.
Okay. And now we can do the other one. We're waiting for Regina.
You corrected me when I said Regina.
I know. I'm doing it wrong on purpose.
Oh.
He's gonna suffer real bad later. What's that supposed to mean? Well, if he was waiting outside in the cold, it was for one person. And one person only. He was waiting for the animal tamer Regina. Wah!
Oh.
We were waiting outside for Regina to come back to the lodging house.
Just explodes. He keeps slamming.
Am I mistaken?
Is this true?
Well, you can't really ask me that question. Who cares who I was waiting for that night? What important is what I saw? Don't you forget it.
Well. Cupid may be a bit stiff, but he's right.
Eh? Alright. There's obviously a reason why this witness was there that night. He spent all that time waiting for Regina to arrive. Moreover, even if someone else would have walked right in front of him, then he would have paid them a second thought. Ah!
That makes perfect sense.
What did you just say? The witness saw the defendant at the scene of the crime.
No, he saw the defendant's outfit at the scene of the crime. He wasn't paying attention. However, he did not see the victim on the way to his eventual demise. To accept that, then, you must accept that there is a high likelihood that he could have missed someone else other than Max heading to the...
There is absolutely no proof that the witness was waiting for the animal tamer.
I guess you got me. Alright, I'll spill the beans for real this time. It's true, I was waiting for Regina. Pain?
Thought of volunteer things?
Mr. Quist, tell us the truth this time, and I mean the whole truth. Were you or were you not waiting for Regina at the entrance to the lodging house?
I was. I was waiting to propose to her.
You were what? Waiting to propose?
What's the matter? You think that humans have a monopoly on marriage?
That's... The matter of puppet marriage is not under review in this case.
Man, I love lines out of context from this game. You're the judge! I mean, look at your horrible outfit! More pain!
Thanks to your bumbling, my perfect plan is not so perfect anymore. Now we have to waste time getting up to the bottom of some silly proposal by a puppet.
Why is it when I keep reading her lines, I keep inserting words that aren't actually there?
Oh, you know, about the proposal. Don't be so surprised that I was gonna go propose to Regina. I haven't had something to give to her. Kept it in my pocket, waiting for the chance to propose and give it to her. Of course, I also had it in my pocket that night. It was a present for her. In the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I've still got it in my pocket.
You were going to propose? You... a puppet?
Don't be so obtuse. Just because I'm a puppet doesn't mean I can't love.
I guess you're right. No, he's not. Just because I'm old doesn't mean I couldn't propose to her at...
Legally speaking, that was fine when the game came out. Weird,
Doesn't
but
matter.
fine.
Does...
Mako, I got a genuine question for you right now. If right now the courts decided that the age of consent is now 19 years old, and the age of marriage is now 19 years old, will you then retroactively say that every single thing that contains an 18-year-old in a relationship is now a deplorable and disgusting thing?
I already acknowledged this on Twitter. The age of consent in America should be 35.
That's a fair enough response.
Did I say Twitter? I meant bluesky.
I think 35-year-olds are the only people who should be allowed to consent. Not even 36-year-olds, just 35-year-olds specifically.
But anyway, to answer your question, I don't care about the law. I care about what a reasonable cutoff point is. The law is based on a reasonable cutoff point.
Yes, but what if the reasonable cutoff point is 19?
16 is not a reasonable cutoff point.
I'm not saying 16 is a reasonable cutoff point. I'm saying if we were to move that same logic, if the reasonable cutoff point was put even later, as you have like joked with like 35, like does that suddenly shift the morality of it? In this situation, it was apparently a fine thing to do, but now we know that it probably wouldn't have been. I don't know. It's just a weird topic.
No, man. You can't, like, okay. 18 is the age in which, like, you are legally considered an adult. You're not legally an adult at 16.
I know. That over there they were.
Well, that...
At the time of this game, this Regina was an adult.
Well, if it turns out that, like... See, you're putting on, like, a complete, like, you're saying that, like, oh, if it turns out that 18 was actually too young and that, like, we somehow found that 19 was a better age, then it's like, well, see, the bigger problem here is the fact that it is a teenager being preyed on by people twice her age, or, like, fucking 4 times her age.
That's fair. To be fair, Maximilian's only, like, 5 years older than her, so it's not twice.
He is 8 years older than her. He is 20. Wait, no, he's
21.
But that's still too much.
Fair. Like, I'm not saying that it's okay for them to be doing this to a 16-year-old. What I'm saying is, like, it's adding an unnecessary extra level of problem to the game to, like, be bringing it up Like, it is not relevant to the game. If we were playing a game set in the fucking, like, 1700s, and there were slaves around, you don't go every scene being like, oh no, this game has slaves in it. These people are bad because they have slaves. Like, the setting is a time that has slaves. Yes, we all know. Everybody's aware. You don't bring it up every 7 seconds.
Are we pretending that this line isn't disgusting?
No. This is disgusting because he's like 80.
Why 35 specifically? Well, people who argue for like 16 being the age of consent or whatever, they do that because they think that kids at that age are like mature enough to do it. Americans are so fucking stupid that like they shouldn't be able to consent until 35 if we're going off of that logic. Like no one in like people that it's a joke obviously, but like you know what I mean? Yeah. Anyway, we can move on.
Yeah, and also, Chev, don't tell me what to do. It's my fucking stream. If I want to go on a tangent, I'll go on a goddamn tangent. If you want to just see the gameplay of the game, go look up a silent walkthrough.
I do want to point out, like, one last thing, though. Like, you keep saying, like, oh, just, was it okay because it was legal? It's like,
I'm not saying it was okay. I'm saying that it doesn't matter in the context of this trial. It's just what the situation was when this game came out.
I'm not sure what you mean by it doesn't matter in the context of the trial. I'm just pointing out that it's weird and that all these characters are pedophiles.
But they're not in the setting of the game.
What do you mean?
Because she was an adult!
But they're going after a 16-year-old.
Yeah, who was an adult at the time this game was released?
No, if you're going after a 16-year-old, that makes you a pedophile. It doesn't matter what the law is.
No, that's not how that works! A pedophile is a legal term!
Let's just move on.
Exactly. His honor's looking a little less honorable right now.
Okay, Mr. Wright. Please continue with your cross-examination.
What's that sigh at the end? By proposal, you mean proposing marriage, correct? To Regina? Of course that's what I meant! What kind of stupid question is that? I wasn't gonna propose that we become some sort of outlaw biker gang together. Right, Ben? Yeah. Got that? That's the truth. What was it exactly you plan on giving her? You know exactly what I was gonna give a numbskull. The only thing I could find that could match Regina's beauty.
Answer his question. What was it?
You're gonna die when you hear this. It's an engagement ring!
Engagement ring?
Wow, those two nearly fell out of their chair. It was really obvious!
Mr. Phoenix Wright's joke has gone too far. Time for this to end right here.
The web looks like it's about to lash out at almost anything. And that thing will probably shut someone up for a long time. Pain equals bad. I think I'm gonna live to fight another day and shut up for now. Hey, don't be such a coward. Whose pocket was the ring in? Mine, of course! What a stupid question. You're kidding me. You think Ben could pull that off? I'm sorry. Really? You don't have to apologize for that. He's the one who should be apologizing. Really? So you went to the lodging house to give it to her? That's right. I tried to give it to her during the practice so many times, but I lost count. But that uppity snob kept getting in the way.
Uppity snob? He couldn't possibly be talking about me, Maximilian Galactica.
I wish I had an onion ring.
When I get a hold of him, I'm gonna saw his wood block in half, and that with magic.
I'm struggling tonight. I don't know why.
Well, they always say that love creates rivalries.
So what about this present?
They're still thinking of trying to give it to Regina? Of course I am! A 3-month salary on this thing! I'm not gonna give it up that easily. I wonder how much he receives for appearing in the circus. Well, way more than he deserves. How about it, Nick? It's about time that we unwrap this toy's testimony. That's right, Nick. Give him heck. Give him heck. He just has that dazed and confused look again. Maybe we should get out more. There's a little before that. Push on anyway. Maybe something of a joke, but this is a historic moment. The first time that a puppet has ever proposed to a human being.
I advise you to cut this argument short.
I'm going to have to agree with the defense here. Will the witness please revise their testimony? Specifically about the engagement ring. I'd like to stick to facts, not sociology.
I took a sociology class once. You're doing always sweating the details, especially for a man in a black bathrobe. The engagement ring? Uh-huh. It's actually a diamond-shaped stone cut from glass. Even more brilliant than the real thing. I think Regina's gonna love it.
It's not even diamond.
Just a ring. What's the matter, Nick? Well, there's gotta be something I can catch him on. The issue
was
is...
the ring stolen before by the monkey?
He says that he has it in his pocket currently, so
Oh, yeah, no,
why do
we
I
were-
have it right here? Trillo, what if I show you something? Chat, find me onion rings. What is it? What are you talking about? Uh-oh. Looks like they're gonna double team me now. Do you recognize this ring? Ah, that's mine! Give it back! Thief! Thief! Didn't you just testify about this very object? I believe you said, in the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I still got it in my pocket. Why then do I have it right here? Wah!
What is going on here?
That's... Ben, say something! Don't put me on the spot like that, Trillo. I found this in Money's room.
Money's room? You mean a room they put money, like a bank vault?
Huh, that filthy monkey's gonna get what's coming to him.
Mr. Quist, I would prefer if you avoided slandering innocent fiats in my court.
Judge, do you not assume that what Trillo is doing is slurring? Well, Your Honor, Money really is a monkey, in every sense of the word.
Ah, I see. Well then.
Why don't you go after the shiniest things that he can find and gather them up?
Shiny things?
Trillo, when was this ring stolen from you? Well, I suppose it was that time, you know, that night of the crime.
What did you just say?
Details. I need more details. Well, it was stolen right after Max showed up in the plaza. Right about when you saw that defendant walk past, correct? Well, I guess you might be able to say that. The ring might have... well, it could have been taken around that time. Yeah! Oh! Wait, were 2 things taken there, or was just 1 thing? Or was the ring shown twice? I wasn't looking.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Two images popped up while that happened. Here's monkey, and then ring. It's just the picture of the ring twice. Okay. Understood. Understood. Ben, what's with you? Oh, whatever. There's nothing to do with anything, especially not who committed the murder. It's time for you to decide what has to do with what. Now, Trillo, back to the topic at hand. I haven't admitted a thing. Not I, Mr. Trillo Quist. What did you do when the ring was taken, Trillo? You know what? Exactly what I did. I chased after that ring-snatching monkey money. But you weren't able to catch up with him, were you? It's all this slow, loafy fool called Ben's fault. Turns out, can't move my legs on my own. Who would have fucking guessed? While he was fumbling his way through the snow, that dumb monkey was able to get away.
That is indeed an incredible shame.
Well, this does indeed prove one very important point.
Prove an important point? What point could that possibly be?
Ben doesn't exercise enough.
Presumably there's a flaw.
There's a huge contradiction in this witness's testimony.
Contradiction?
The witness just testified to the following effect. Up until the police arrived, he didn't move from the entrance to the plaza. However, the witness just stated that he chased after Money the monkey. When the witness was off chasing Money, there was no one watching the plaza.
What do you mean about this, Mr. Phoenix, right? Where are you going with this little theory of yours?
I'm saying that there is no possible way that this witness saw the plaza the entire time. That's where I'm going with this little theory, which leads me to my next point. It is entirely possible that someone other than the defendant was at the scene.
Interesting, Mr.
Listen to me this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Do you have any proof that something slipped past this vigilant ventriloquist?
Well, he obviously didn't see the victim, the ringmaster, arrive on the scene.
However, that doesn't change the fact that he saw the defendant arrive.
Yeah, seeing a person arrive to the lodging house where everybody is sleeping is not that surprising, Von Karma. It's where they're gonna go after they're done doing their job. The witness is lying. He's blinded by his rivalry with Max.
Well, the defense's argument does hold water. This witness does have a history of animosity towards the defendant.
What? How dare you? I wouldn't lie just to get that dog face in trouble. He's not even worth it. I saw him, no doubt about it. I saw that worthless liar.
Well, just for clarity's sake, let's flesh out exactly who you saw on that night.
Huh. I've told you so many times. You'd think you'd know my story's not changing. You've already changed your story, stick boy. I'm sure it will change some more. If there's one light, there's usually many more behind it. Exactly, Mom. Which is why we have to keep after him. Yeah. Witnessing Max. I'll give you that. I was waiting for night. I'll give you that I was waiting that night for Regina. That doesn't change the fact that I saw Max in the plaza that night. He showed up after I'd been waiting there for about 5 minutes. I said good evening to him, but he didn't even acknowledge my presence. I'm absolutely sure it was him. I saw Maximilian Galactica at the scene. There's no way I can mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols.
So that means that money didn't show up until after you saw Max?
That's right. Money ran up less than a minute after I saw Max. Then Money snatched the ring and you went chasing after him.
How long was it until you came back to where you were waiting?
Billy, we currently are assuming that Edgeworth is just dead. He's gone. He's never coming back. He's dead.
They did at some point say he's dead, yeah.
Well, let's see. I'd say about, I suppose, 5 minutes, I think.
So the victim could have arrived on the scene in that 5-minute stretch.
Mr. Wright, please proceed with your cross-examination.
Witnessing Max. So you were only concerned with waiting for Regina that night. That means you probably wouldn't have noticed if someone else showed up. You should think about how many eyes I actually have. About 4, you know. 4. F-O-U-R. Counting Ben, of course. That many eyes, do you really think something would have slipped by me?
4 eyes is an awful lot of attention directed at one area, I suppose.
Thanks.
So are we just assuming the puppet is alive?
Yes, obviously, they're able to propose. Puppet rights, Mako. The judge is even more dangerous to our case than Trillo. So, you saw Max come out of the big top that night. Of course that's where I saw him coming from. I was staring at the entrance of the tent the entire time. This makes sense, especially since he was waiting for Regina. One second.
What is Miles Edgeworth a pun of? Is it just because he's edgy? He's not even really edgy.
I mean, like, he's sharp and therefore an edge. He's got worth because he's like fancy. Miles, apparently the name comes from the word soldier, which, like, I don't know. He's a very, like, kind of formulated dude. I don't know. Might just be a name. They're always miles away from edging. About what time would you say these events took place? You're one of the dumbest people on the planet if you can't figure it out yourself. You already know that practice finished promptly at 10 p.m. And you already know that I went to the lodging house right after practice. You don't even know you need to be a brain surgeon to know what time it was when I saw him. You had 10 more minutes. I'm sure you can do that. Now, what time was it?
Indeed, what time was it?
What time was it? Let me think about that for a second. Yeah, I'm not that good at math.
It was 10:10 p.m.
Yes, that sounds about right.
The only person in this courtroom who can do math. Simple addition. Sounds about right because that's the time I saw Max on the scene. Justify that you said good evening to Max that night. You must enjoy asking incredibly obvious questions. You say good morning in the morning and good afternoon during the day, right? And it's obvious that I'd say good night to someone at night. What, Ben, you got something to add? Let me guess. That's not it, Trillo. You say good evening at night. I'm sorry, Trillo.
Mr. Quest, I would prefer that you kept your ventriloquist act outside the courtroom.
Impossible. The former lives and breathes his performances. You should know better. There's gotta be something wrong with this bit of testimony. Ben's half of the comedy act.
sadly, the evening greeting. Saying goodnight implies that someone's going to sleep, which, is that relevant?
I say Ben's out of the comedy act. Ben's not funny. I say, but Ben's part of your little act is coming off a bit stale. I'm sure that if a pro was to review your work, he would.
You're not trying to pass yourself off as a professional performer, are you? Don't get so wrapped up in yourself, Mr. Phoenix Fight. You should know better.
Ow, it hurts.
That should have set him straight. You never stated with your testimony, witness.
Isn't that a bit strange to you? What do you mean? Well, if you hate Max so much, how'd you bother being nice to him? Strikes me as somewhat strange. Why would it strike you as strange?
Exactly. How is it strange to be cordial to one of your co-workers?
Well, if it was simply just being cordial to a coworker, I would understand. Ow, that hurt.
And maybe you should think of having some proof before your lips start flapping next time.
Can we remove the whip from her? This should not be an allowed thing that she can just interrupt me by attacking me. Like, ad hominem attacks are one thing, but this is an actual physical assault.
Proof is everything in this world. You should have learned that back in grade school.
No reason that Trilla would ever say something nice to Max. How do I go about proving that with the evidence? Bluffing is everything in this world, but I'm sure you already learned that one. I guess I can give it a shot.
The witness will resume his testimony.
The whip is there for disability. They're German. You are 100% absolutely sure of what you just said. I told you already. Jeez, I am 100% absolutely sure.
There's no way he could be any more confident than that, right?
Those three ridiculous symbols, huh? Out of curiosity, exactly how many times have you asked that question by now? You want to ask it again? I'll answer with a chorus. Everyone together now. Silk hat, cloak, white roses. Thank you very much. You didn't have to join in, did you? But it's fun shouting with everyone else. So is everyone actually shouting that whenever he does that?
All of the children judge puns.
Yeah. Von Karma's also doing it. There has to be a hole in his testimony somewhere. I agree, but do they have the proof to make something stick? All we can do is try, right, Nick? We've got something that'll prove useful. Alright, time to go to work. You wouldn't say that because you were smashed over the head with a bottle.
Yeah.
Trillo, is it not true that you had a fight with Max on the day of the murder?
A fight?
A fight over Regina, to be exact. It wasn't that big of a deal. Just an argument. Disagreement at most. Disagreement usually doesn't end up with someone getting clonked over the head. That's not getting clonked over the head, Phoenix. That is somebody getting glassed. There's a difference. If the bottle breaks, you're hitting them really hard. Glass does not break nearly as easily as you think glass breaks.
Yeah, like why is he even alive?
Ah! Especially an alcohol bottle. That morning, Ben got clobbered over the head by Max, didn't he?
What? Is that an admission of assault and battery? Ouch!
Before we handle that, we should wrap up the defendant's murder charge.
Yeah, I like that in the end, like, we're gonna get Maximilian Galactica off the trial for murder, but he's 100% getting an assault and battery charge.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you're not going to jail for life, but you are going to jail, so...
It's like that one Better Call Saul scene in season 1 where they're like, dude, you are the worst lawyer ever, and he's like, I just talked you down from a life sentence to getting your legs broken. I'm the best lawyer.
That is valid. The truth is that on the day of the crime, the defendant and witness had a huge fight. I should watch Better Call Saul someday. I like legal shows.
Yeah, I'd watch it with you.
There's absolutely no way they would have suddenly come court that evening. The most I know about Better Call Saul is from a animated rap battle.
Yeah, of course, it fucking is.
They were against Grunkle Stan.
Oh god. But yeah, I want to watch it too. I started watching with Peep, but she was like too busy for it, so we can do that sometime.
Nice, nice, nice. Moreover, just consider the personality of the witness on the stand. There's no way that a puppet this lewd would just go up and say good evening to his rival. Grah!
Are you saying this witness is lying?
Yes.
That he is trying to frame the defendant by claiming to have seen him at the crime scene?
Yes. I didn't tell a single lie. Honestly, I just...
That's enough from you, Mr. Quest. Minix?
Minix?
Mr. Wright!
Yes, Your Honor?
Let's clarify this testimony for the court. Can you explain your theory about who the witness actually saw tonight?
He didn't see anyone.
Yeah, that's a good thought there. Like, he didn't see anyone.
All he saw was the outfit.
I mean, we know we didn't see the defendant because we know it couldn't have been Maximilian. But he could have seen a different person, I guess, hypothetically.
Wait, why do we know it couldn't have been Max?
Because we don't want to incriminate Max as being at the scene of the crime, so that's obviously not going to be the answer.
But we don't know. You're just saying, like, yeah, obviously that's not what we're choosing.
Yeah, that's not what we're going to choose. So either he didn't see anyone, or he did in fact see a different person. And, like, I don't think he's...
Your theory was the empty cloak.
Yeah, I know it's the empty cloak at the actual crime scene. But I have a thought here.
I can feel my shin bone, like, real good for some reason. It's weird. I've never felt it like this. I like hook my fingers around and underneath of it a little bit. I've never done that before. My leg's in a weird position.
Bones do be boning. They are down there being a bone. But, like, we gotta consider the facts here. We know that that Maximilian did not do this. But we do know that the ringmaster died by the lodging house. And that at no point did Ben or Trillo see the ringmaster. So how do we know that the ringmaster wasn't the one who passed by in the outfit? It would explain why he would be...
because he's a completely different body type.
Underneath a cloak and a hat?
I mean, I don't know. My guess is no one, but do what you think.
And, like, it would explain why he would say good evening. He wouldn't say good evening to Max, but he would say good evening to somebody he was nice with.
That is true, actually.
It's my belief that the witness did indeed see someone that night. It was just someone else. That's who he said good evening to.
What kind of theory is that?
The correct one. Furthermore, I don't believe the person the witness saw was Max at all.
What?
If he had truly met Max that night, there would have been no greeting at all. Which means there was only one proper answer. the person the witness saw that night was not Maximilian Galactica. That's why Trillo made the effort to greet whoever it was that he saw that evening. Or good evening, as he put it.
What in the world? You...
Would the defense kindly explain who it was Trillo saw that evening then?
Okay, so, obviously it's not any of the people from the actual courtroom. Wouldn't have said anything to this person, this is himself. This is the person he was waiting for, and he specifically mentioned he had ditched the clown, so the clown could not have been the person who passed by. Meaning the only person it could be is either this person, or the acrobat. Considering the ill temper of the witness, there's only one person he would greet.
It must be Regina. It's Regina, right? She's so cute.
No, Your Honor, it's not Regina. If it was Regina, Trillo would have been giving her the engagement ring as a present.
Oh, yeah. I suppose you've got a point there.
Stop being creepy.
It was Russell Bay, the victim himself, was it not?
You were correct. It was indeed Russell Berry. The person you saw that evening was the victim, the ringmaster, Russell Berry. That's why you greeted him, Trillo. Isn't that correct? Oh.
Man, I'm just remembering the parts in the first game where Miles, like, is on our side a little bit, and he's like, hang on a second, this defendant is not actually guilty. I'm gonna get this fucking asshole is actually doing it.
Yee.
First game was so good.
Hey, look, we're only partway through this game. It took till like chapter 4 for Edgeworth to really start coming around.
Yeah.
So maybe Francesca von Karma will have a come around too.
I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Answer
I
the
think
question.
she's less likely to.
Answer the question, Mr. Quist. Wow!
Order! Order! How do you respond to this?
I want a martini on the rocks. Wait a second. Well, at first I thought it was the old man. But once I got a better look at him, it was obviously Maximilian Galactica.
I think it is high time that we clear the air about this question. Mr. Quist obviously witnessed a single person in the area of the plaza that evening. The problem is identifying exactly who that person was.
Like, why the fuck would he assume it's the ringmaster when he's in that outfit? Imagine thinking, oh hey ringmaster, wearing Max's clothing. Oh wait, that's actually Max.
Maybe that you were right about like the body type. He saw the body type. It was like, oh, that's him. But like, oh, then you just notices the outfit's like, oh, I guess that was Max.
Strong man.
I just had a theory query. So, obviously, Ben and Trillo didn't do it. They are a witness in this, and they saw this person go by. But he's wearing like the if this is the ringmaster wearing the outfit, maybe what if the ringmaster was trying to get Max killed? What, like, they were discussing salary and a raise. Like, what if the ringmaster, despite being a nice guy, did not, like, either didn't want him to marry Regina, or, like, did not want him to have, like, the money and whatnot, and so he planned to get him, like, offed, or something like that.
I don't know what.
Why would he be wearing his outfit? And he just...
I don't know why that leads to that.
Look, no, I'm just thinking, if I don't have the details, I just have, like, the floating thought bubbles. Ringleader tries to get the frame the ringleader. The ringleader tries to frame Maximilian in some way, but another person sees Max, the ringleader dressed as Max, and thinks, "That's Max. I shall kill him." and ends up killing the ringleader instead, thinking that it's Max, who is also trying to get Max killed.
I'm leaning toward no, but we'll see.
Was it Maximilian Galactica, or was it the Ringmaster, one Mr. Russell Berry?
The prosecution argues that it was the defendant who the witness saw that night. The witness has clearly stated that he saw the defendant's 3 symbols.
3 symbols? Alright, this is getting old. Come on, man. You've got to remember them by now. Here we go again. Everyone, all together now. Wow!
Yes, we know. The silk hat, cloak, and white roses.
Silk hat and a cloak. Anyone could wear them. They even look good on me.
What was that?
Well, the witness has endlessly repeated that he saw Max's 3 symbols. However, how do we know it was Maximilian Galactica? It could have been someone else dressed up as him.
This is what I've been saying from the very beginning. It took us this long to get here.
Possibly even Russell Berry.
What?
Miss Von Karma. You have clear evidence that the person the witness saw was the defendant.
Well,
If that's the case, then it is impossible for me to make a judgment at this point.
Yes, I think we finally won a point in this one.
That is very unfortunate.
Huh?
You're just a little too excited for your own good, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
What do you mean by that?
You merely established one thing from this witness. You established that this witness saw one person in the plaza that night. I applaud you on your effort, but
What?
who that person was can only be answered by the next witness.
Huh? Huh?
Your Honor, the prosecution will provide, beyond a shadow of a doubt, an answer to that question, and evidence that clearly establishes one thing. That there is no one other than Maximilian Galactica responsible for this crime.
Very well. The court will take a 10-minute recess. During that time, I request the prosecution prepare their next witness.
I gotta go fuck off and get my wood polished, if you know what I mean.
Court is now in recess.
You didn't have to say that. You think we'll go for the second half of this, or what?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, that wasn't too long. How deep into the stream are we? Let's see. An hour and a half. If we keep going, we'll probably be up until like 2 or so. What do you think?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Makes me want to drink alcohol. Anyways.
Actually, I'll be right back real quick.
Okay.
Not to drink alcohol, but yeah.
The next dude is probably Mo. The name's Ben. The name's Trillo. The name's Quist. Mr. Trillo Quist. I may be short, but it's not my legs keeping me up, if you know what I mean. Classically trained at the School of Hard Knocks. That goes one of those metallic whiskey flasks. How would he reach it? Let's be Von Karma drunk. Throw Trillo into a wood chipper. He gets the death penalty. Mint chocolate chip. Whiskey.
I'm so glad that I don't feel any desire to replace my weed addiction with alcohol. I have a colonist in RimWorld who was addicted to being crossfaded, and his withdrawal is so bad that he is hospitalized for like weeks. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean? Like
That's fair.
the withdrawal symptoms from alcohol and smoke leaf are enough to make him completely unable to move. How are you that addicted to fucking alcohol? Weed.
Especially like not just alcohol, but being high on weed while drinking alcohol. Just a really specific situation.
Well, it was addicted to both of them. It's like, first of all, weed doesn't do that to you. Second of all, I don't think alcohol does that to you.
Billy Eisenhower, if I finish this next Ben drawing before stream ends, I'm actually gonna pog my pants.
Oh my god. Mako owns one of those metallic whiskey flasks. No, I have like a shot glass, and that's all of my paraphernalia.
Well, are we ready to continue?
Yeah.
December 29th, 11:54 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 5. Mambo, number 6.
So, sweetie, you have to believe me. I didn't go anywhere near that crime scene.
Where were you?
My Von Karma accent is slightly bleeding in.
So then, where were you when the murder took place?
We talked about it yesterday, remember? I was in the ringmaster's room.
And while
Why
you
does
were
the
there,
ringmaster have an aura?
it's his energy. While you were there, it was the ringmaster who left the room, right? And yeah, there's the hat and the jacket.
Exactly. He told me to wait in the room because he would be right back.
That's when the ringmaster headed into the scene of the crime, right? That's what it seems like. But the ringmaster must have been wearing Max's costume, right?
Oh, sweetie, I just remembered. I went straight to the ringmaster's room, still dressed in my stage clothes. But when I got there, I went ahead and took the costume off.
Which means... It means the ringmaster could have taken his costume and went out looking like Max.
Fabulous! That's a fabulously possible possibility.
Imagine being... Russell Berry, and, like, all of your, like, employees want to fuck your daughter.
Why is one half of Max's bangs lower resolution than the other half?
Don't?
Wait,
What?
That's just Discord, never mind. It's not like that on your stream.
What? I know, incorrect, Jaden. Mo doesn't want to fuck his daughter. Mo is the only good character.
Yeah, Mo just wishes his daughter was as pretty as her.
Look, his daughter looks like a clown. That's a natural nose, Mako. Well done, Nick.
However, sweetie, why would the ringmaster want to dress up like me? Isn't that a bit strange? If you think about it, all I found at the crime scene was my silk hat.
Does that the question, where's the robe?
What about my cloak? Where did that go?
Let's think for a moment. Where could the cloak have gone? It wasn't inside the box. The box had the pepper in it for some reason. We didn't see it anywhere else.
Stream dying.
The stream is red for some reason. Let me check my... Let's see if there's a download happening. I'll text my siblings. Are y'all downloading something? Like sometimes the internet goes out at late, but not in a weird dip.
It could just end here if it keeps up, but we can give it a few minutes.
Why don't we ask the monkey? Well, I sent a message, and the message says that it was read, so... Like, I hear my other sister, like, just, you know, doing things, which implies that she's not downloading something, but I assume my other sister is probably... might be. I can't really communicate with her. Just gotta wait for a response while this comes back, I guess. Okay. Alright, chat. As slowly as possible. It's your turn.
I'm gonna guess, the letter A. Wait, we might be back, actually.
Okay, we got an A.
I don't think we need to play this. I think we're back.
We got an A. We're at an A. I'm not moving on until we finish this.
Should I just keep going with
You're allowed to. Free country.
N? E.
Somebody guessed Z.
Absolutely throwing. You're supposed to write the letter that isn't true
B.
next to the thing.
Oh. F. Also, E was guessed.
He is throwing.
Q. L. Thorn. Guess a letter then, Billy. You're just going which is not guessing. If a person guesses before you, then you're not doing it, huh? You only do hemming and hawing. I don't recognize that letter, so it doesn't count. K.
That's like a missing no character. I mean, unknown.
That's not a letter in English, and so it doesn't count.
S. How is E not and at the end of that first word? I wonder what that could be.
Okay. M. Mako Stinky! Lunacon wins!
Oh man.
Mac, I really thought you had that one.
No. Why would I
You're confirmed Stinky! Mako, the big stonko. Everybody wins.
I will admit my hoodie is kind of stinky because I'm a little baby who is afraid of the cold, and I've been wearing this every day, and it's been too cold to take it off and put it in the washing machine.
That's valid. I've been wearing the same clothes since 1937. Okay, read this line again since it might have got glitched out.
And what about my cloak? Where did that go?
Double Alex, I never thought of that. You should be a detective or something.
Well, I was never quite sure what to be when I grew up. I just shouldn't be president.
Well, have I got an anime series for you, buddy?
What? You have no idea how hard it was to make a decision.
That's really cool. Fabulous. This mystery just keeps getting deeper. September 29th, 12:06 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 2.
Now that everyone is back, let's get started. Court is now back in session. Miss Von Karma, please proceed with the prosecution's case.
And then I'm gonna call my next witness. A pitiful clown with the unfortunate distinction of having seen the entire thing. Then Mr. Lawrence Curls, please take the stand.
Why did she call him a pitiful clown? Taking another swig.
The witness will state his name and occupation for the court record.
Mmm.
Is that the mint?
Yeah. It's like good, but you know, it's good in the wood. You know what I mean?
I could take a shot of whiskey, but I don't want to. I don't feel like in a courtroom is an appropriate time to be drinking.
It's an appropriate time to be stinking.
No, that's like not even really a joke.
Why not?
It's you're just saying things. You can't just say something and then expect it to be a joke by default.
Oh yeah? Well, skibbity. The audience loves it. Ain't that right, audience? Can I get a what?
I had completely forgotten that they put Skibbity in Fortnite until Ringtail put it on his back, and I was like, God fucking damn it.
Man, it would have been nice to be awake today and be able to join you for that.
That is really funny, Avery, that you think you would have been able to join us even if you were awake, and that it wouldn't have taken you 7 hours to update your game.
Yeah, but I could have updated my game earlier.
Well, update it tomorrow or after the stream or whatever, and maybe, yeah.
For the record, chat, I was trying to be responsible today. I knew I had to go take my sister to work at a certain time because she said, like, it was the schedule is at this time today. And I was like, okay, so I'll go to bed at a reasonable time after finishing a comm. So I go to bed at a reasonable time of 7 a.m. and, you know, start snoozing, only to be waking up at 11 because she was wrong about the time she had to go in. And so I had only got so many hours of sleep. And so I went and did that, and then I got home. And I was like, okay, I didn't sleep enough. I'm still tired. I should get more sleep. So because I could, you know, barely keep my eyes open. So I go and lie down, and then I start to snooze, and then I get woken up at 2 by a phone call, being like, hey, you need to go to the store later. I'm like, okay. And then I finish the call, and then I go back to sleep. And have an alarm so that I can wake up beforehand, because Mac was like, I really would like to hang out with you tomorrow. I was like, of course, I would love to hang out with you. And then while I'm asleep, my phone dies. I can't really charge my phone that much while I'm asleep, because like I put my computer in sleep mode, and I charge via the cable plugged into the computer, and while it's in sleep mode, it doesn't output a charge. And so like I can only do it while the computer is running.
You don't have a wall outlet with like a brick to plug it into?
Not anywhere close enough for it to be convenient to me.
Avery, if you're doing an alarm, it's supposed to not be convenient to you.
Yes, but having my phone is convenient to me. Because if somebody calls me...
You don't need your fucking phone while you're asleep. If someone calls you, get up and go over to it.
No, because I can't hear my phone. I don't turn don't make it make noises. I just have it vibrate next to me. The vibrations awaken me.
Why don't you have it make noise?
I don't like the noises the phone makes.
These are all skill issues.
They're going to be a krill issue if you keep this up. But yeah, so I ended up waking up around 7 to be able to, you know, having to wash a bowl, and then I had to go get my sister in the store and whatnot, and then I came home, and then there was like obviously scheduling issues, and then the stream, and now I'm here. So I only woke up a couple hours ago, and I'm still tired. Anywho, back to the gaming.
I really hope you take my advice one of these fucking days.
Which advice? You give me a lot of those.
The one that I told you immediately after you explained the situation.
Oh, yeah. Anyways, what a stooge. In West Clonopedia, born and raised on the Figure Band most of my days.
Name and occupation. Amazing.
I want to see
Have
there
you
was
ever watched Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? It was pretty good.
only in terms of like bits from the internet, so I know the memes.
I just remember this is one part of it is like Will is inviting over a friend of his called I think Ice Tray, and Uncle Phil was just like, "That's not his name. It can't be."
What if his name was in fact Ice Tray?
I think it was.
Like legally.
Okay, probably not legally though.
That good old Will Smith. I really like that back in that show, from what I heard, Will Smith talking to the actor of Charleston was like,
But who the fuck is Charles?
Carlton.
Carlton.
I said sorry, Carlton, not the Charleston, the Carlton.
Alfonso Ribeiro.
They were like, hey, for your character from the show, people are gonna call you this for the rest of your life. So make sure you choose a name for your character that you're like okay being called for literally the next like decades of your life. And so they went with Carlton, to which then Will Smith went with Will Smith.
Well,
Did you know? Did you want to know a fun fact? If you look up William Smith, you will find the character from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, because that's the character's name. It's William Smith. But you won't find the actor, because Will Smith's name isn't William Smith, it's Willard Smith.
I didn't know either of them were not just Will. I thought they were just Will. I mean, I only ever heard them referred to as Will.
He's Willard Smith, as far as I know. Look, I might have been misremembering things and stating things that I don't know for certain with absolute confidence. But
You do that sometimes.
I do that constantly. Often it's correct. But yeah, you know, gaming.
Will the witness please inform the court why he is speaking autobiographical gibberish?
Me. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just not used to being in court. Never been in courtroom in my life. I wasn't quite sure what joke is best suited for this sort of occasion.
What in the world are you talking about? You're in a grand hall of justice, not some comedy club. Since it's easy to see your occupation, please state your name for the court.
Oh, yeah, maybe this joke is okay. Mom, do I have to wear pants? The sign only says no shirts, no shoes, no service.
That's enough.
Okay, how about this? Have you met my proctologist, Dr. Seymour Butts? That's Mako's proctologist.
I don't have a I take hormones. I've not needed.
Mako, that's not necessarily what a proctologist does, you dinkus. That would be an andrologist.
No, going on HRT makes you like much less risky of prostate cancer.
People still need butt doctors.
I haven't needed one.
I don't know. Do I look like a butt doctor to you, Mako? Do you think I'm just gonna assume? I'm making jokes here. I'm being funny. I'm working the crowd here, Muck. How's that one?
I hate the sprite of him like reeling back, where it's just like you see the top of his mouth and his teeth are gigantic. Your name. Just like instinctively starts singing the Fresh Prince theme anytime he is whipped.
But a couple of clowns who were up to no good started making trouble in my neighborhood. I got one little fight. My mom got scared. You didn't move. Maggie, what would you do if you went up to your aunt and she was like,
Oh my god, it's 1 a.m. Let's go.
Grandma, you always know just what to say. Oh, don't Christmas!
Remember Boomhauer's mom?
Yes, I remember Boomhauer's mom. Creed, why'd you start drinking? It's a great question.
Well,
Better ones, why haven't I stopped?
I forgot about that, but that explains.
Lawrence Curls, professional funny man, also known as Mo the Clown.
You witnessed the scene at around 10:15 p.m. the day of the matter.
Do you think that that Mo the Clown has an egg in the Clown Museum?
Wow.
Can
we play the game?
Professional clowns, they basically get to trademark their face paint. And what they do is they paint it onto an egg, and that egg is stored inside of like this big collection of eggs that shows all of the unique face paints of like professional clowns, so that no two clowns have the same face paint. Did you read this line?
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah, yes it is.
Very well, Mr. Curls. Will you please testify to what you saw that evening?
A rabbi, a priest, and a Rastafarian walked into...
Without the humor, please.
Why are you linking Tumblr blog, RP blogs of Mo the Clown from Phoenix Wright Justice for All? Okay. Oh, poor Mo can't be his normal stoogey self in court. Witness testimony. What you witnessed. I know, I'm not the greatest comedian in the world. I haven't been able to make people laugh for 10 years! No matter what I say, all I get in return is a vacant stare and polite applause. Except from specifically that girl over there, who's a bit of a weirdo. So no one ever laughs at my jokes, I'm taking to laughing at them myself. It's a bad habit, but hey, at least I'm trying.
Avery.
What?
Nothing.
Don't be mean to me. Imagine my predicament. I'm glad I can't make people laugh. I'm almost useless. I keep trying. I even tried to come up with a joke just for today. In this atmosphere, it's very nerve-wracking, so I didn't try to make everyone laugh.
The anti-joke was pretty funny, though.
Seriously, everyone, what do you think of me? How am I doing? I like how this is a testimony. Aren't we the ones supposed to be asking the questions here?
Witness.
Huh?
We will listen to your call for help after the court proceedings are over. Thus, please stick to the facts of this case.
Hey, Mako, what plea would I make in court?
I don't know.
Quilty.
What, seriously, why are her fingers so realistic looking on this sprite?
Because she's wearing leather gloves, which are adding more reflective shine as emphasis. Really? You'll really hear me out?
Well, I'll make sure that one of my staff will be your straight man later.
That's honestly kind of her. Well, turns out, what I want to reveal, it turns out she's actually like a really nice, like cool person to everyone but Phoenix.
Gumshoe.
In this specific scenario, in court she's an asshole, but to everyone else she's perfectly fine.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
Thank you! I can't wait! Poor Gumshoe. Oh!
Now that that's settled, shall we begin once again with the testimony?
Shaq, when did he make racially insensitive jokes? What?
Of course we can! I'll talk for as long as you want! It's not potentially racially insensitive. I think he might just be racially insensitive.
What did he say? I don't remember.
I don't recall either, but I know we made a joke about it. I know we were joking about him being racist last stream.
Billy, this drawing is so fucking unhinged. Like, why are you like this? It's pretty good. Why are you like putting effort into fucking Ben the ventriloquist?
Forward it to me.
Okay. Right, I'll just post it in the chat. I put no effort. The face is pretty good. Oh my god, I can't. Ugh. Why is the Discord URL too long for the fucking chat room? I don't think I can post it in chat. It's too hard for me to figure out.
Don't worry, I got this.
Why is it a crop? What the fuck? Why? What? What? Why has it been like accosted by moths biting holes in it or something?
Shut up. Stop being rude. And then this one, copy. Paste link. Look how good these are. They're so well, like, they're very emotive. I could really appreciate emotive artwork.
God, the newer one is so creepy looking. It's perfect. Of all the characters to draw multiple fan arts of, why Woodman?
There we go. This is what the people want. This is what the stream deserves. Okay, back to the grind. Of course we can! I'll talk for as long as you want! Witness test me. What you witnessed? The night of the murder, after the practice was over, I went straight back to my room. You have no idea how tired I was that night. I was pooped. I thought I was straight to sleep, but before I did, glanced out the window. That's when I saw two silhouettes. They were a bit far away, though. That was the ringmaster. He was the ringmaster, and he was with Max. He was wearing his cloak. I kept watching them, and all of a sudden, Max conked the ringmaster over the head.
That's very interesting. If this eyewitness account is to be believed, I have enough to pass the judgment right now.
Of course you can. There's no way this account can be criticized.
You ever feel the need to criticize an account real quick?
However, the witness is a bit, how do you say, off-kilter.
Yeah.
Almost like he has some sort of atmosphere of guilt surrounding him.
Yeah.
What?
I have an
Sure.
atmosphere of guilt around me. That must be because of my insincere smile.
Mr. Wright, please begin the defense's cross-examination.
Remember, if you need to fake a smile, you gotta do it with the eyes. Yes, Your Honor. Nick, you've gotta find some kind of contradiction in his testimony.
Or just do it like Isha does and just have the forced smile with dead eyes.
What does that mean? Your eyes. You just need to smile with your eyes. The mouth is less important. It's the eyes. I know that.
Mr. Wright,
Like, you know, you lift your eyelids a little bit.
Yeah, you got that squint. You got like that glance of your eyes. That's way more important than the smile. The smile is just because it's the shapes. Your brain recognizes the shapes. Read your line.
I just did.
No, you didn't.
Mr. Wright,
I'm pretty sure I did.
Your Honor?
I'm afraid that if you push this witness too far, it would bring disaster upon the court. I sincerely hope you are not going to engage in pointless saber-rattling.
That is a term I've never heard of.
Me either.
I understand, Your Honor.
I think it means dick waving.
If you cause this clown to stray from the facts, I'll hold you responsible.
Why not hold the clown responsible?
Why am I responsible? I'm not the one with the corny jokes. What you witnessed? You say that practice wrapped around 10 p.m., correct? See, that's the thing. Huh? How exactly was I supposed to make a joke about 10 p.m.? Now, 8 o'clock? That's something a clown can riff off of. Let's pretend it was 8 o'clock. That way I can make a great joke. Alright, 8 o'clock then. Now you want to hear a joke. Man goes to his doctor and the doctor asks, "How is number 1? The man says, "Every day at 6. The doctor says, "And 2? And the man says, "Every day at 7. And this...
Witness, they are exactly the type of jokes you should say for that detective.
Ow!
You know what would happen. Don't look at me like that.
Mr. Wright, you're hereby penalized. This will not be
Oh no! We got it. Risky businesses.
How many was that?
2. Let's not make it 8 p.m., alright, Ma? What do you mean, let's not? Don't take the clown out of the clowning around! Come on, Nick, just listen to his joke. There are 3 reasons why I don't want to. 1, I probably won't laugh. 2, I'll get hit with a penalty. 3, I'll get whipped. Well, let's just proceed with this factual testimony. You're so boring. You were pooped that night? Yes! I was very, very tired. Not to mention I had some bad Mexican food. What? The double cheese double. Bean enchilada is a dangerous menu item. But after that, they say, happens. Oh, it was cool, huh? I hear the kids really love toilet humor these days. Skibbity!
It's true.
Skibbity.
More true than he could ever know.
I'm the Junker, baby! I'm the Rizzler! That joke was so hip, I don't want to ruin it with a reply.
You got a good reply, though. That joke was so funny, it just earned you a penalty.
Oh no! I can't press most of these things!
Oh god. We gotta actually go for
We have to actually think about this! Oh no! This is not good! I thought I go straight to sleep, but before I did, I glanced out the window. After I saw 2 swords, they were a bit far away though. It was the ringmaster, it was Max who was wearing his cloak. And all of a sudden, Max clonked the ringmaster over the head. Okay, I'll check
This
this
is
one.
the one because, like, the governor might not have been him.
You'd say you clearly saw this, even though you were, by your own admission, far away? That's right! I've been thinking about it over and over since that night! But things didn't really make sense till I spoke with the prosecutor, Miss Von Karm. But I'm 100% certain that it was Max the ringmaster that I saw that night. Just think about it! How could I be wrong if Max is always wearing his uppity symbols? Uppity symbols? Lawyers nowadays! Do you even have to go to school anymore to be one? I didn't. Alright, everyone knows what to do! All together now! Say it with Uncle Mo! See what I mean? It's always like this. Crowd never wants to go along with me. I must really be utterly and completely worthless as a clown. Yowza!
Enough foolishness. Get back on track.
Will the witness please testify as to what he saw, and only what he saw?
That didn't penalize us, at least. You say you saw the ringmaster get clonked over the head? Yes, I did! It's the climax of my story! He really does enjoy the completely random non sequitur. What would you say the victim was struck with? You mean the weapon? But I have no idea! The weapon wasn't found at the murder scene, right? It's not what I meant. You did say you did see everything, didn't you? Well, yeah, I suppose I did. Wait, no I didn't! I didn't see a weapon! Mo! Did you or did you not see the crime of murder committed that night?
I will not permit you to harass my witness in this manner.
I will permit you to shut the fuck up!
You'd better have an excellent reason for attacking this poor clown.
A poor excuse for a clown, at least.
Because if you don't, you know what is waiting for you. A nice penalty.
Oh, that's my entire HP bar! Isn't this a bit melodramatic?
So what will it be then, Mr. Phoenix, right?
I realized, finally, that right is not pronounced with a W sound, which means I'm not supposed to say right. It's just right.
Of course
You have
I
any clear
do!
basis to believe that my witness did not see the crime?
Of course I have grounds to make this claim.
Then let's hear it.
That's something I can't share with you at this time.
What did you just say? Mr. Wright.
I know there's something wrong with his testimony, but I can't put why I feel this way into words for the judge. Maybe we should get a bit more information. If we find something more solid, we can give it another shot. Yeah, you're right.
Mr. Wright, before we resume testimony, you know that you must be penalized. That's enough. This court sees no reason to further prolong this trial. Nor is there any reason for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Billy Bob Johns, guilty. The accused will surrender to the court immediately, to be held pending trial at a higher court within a month or a day's date.
I don't know what I'm doing.
That is all. This court is adjourned.
Damn, he's tall.
Our first game over.
Death. Shit, we have to like go through all that again. Is there like a fast forward button? Yeah.
Is there a fast forward button?
Text skip.
Well, backstep to skip text.
Oh. It's gonna take a minute. I'm gonna eat a Jolly Rancher. I mean, a Lifesaver. See, I prefer Lifesavers over Jolly Ranchers because one time I accidentally swallowed like a full Jolly Rancher and it freaked me out. Because they're like tube shaped, so it's easier for them to slip down the back of your throat.
That's fair.
But Lifesavers are shaped like Lifesavers, so they save your life. Oh man, the strawberry ones are so good. Billy, I used to think they were called lifesavers in Star Wars.
I'm gonna do that real quick. And now that we have all of the time in the world, press everything! Having to glance out of the window? You could say that. You could also say I peeked, stared, glimpsed, peeped, eyeballed.
Mr. Curls?
Oh, guess synonyms aren't allowed either. What should I do? I wonder if I should press him further on this issue. Keep pressing! Exactly why did you look out of your window that night? What? What? Clowns need to read and look out their windows, do they? That's actually a genuinely good point. Like, people don't need an excuse to look out of a window. It's not what I meant. I meant that, well, when we spoke yesterday... Once I took myself into bed, I heard this amazing noise. It was incredibly loud. It's like a giant thump. Oh yeah! I forgot about that!
You forgot?
Mo's full name is Lawrence Curls. Your Honor, this witness looked out of the window upon hearing a loud sound. He did not just simply glance out of his window that night. Oh yeah, that's right! I forgot to mention that thump, didn't I? Oh yeah!
That's not something you just forget to mention.
Billy, the way you would write the name would be Lawrence Mo Curls, and Mo would be in quotation marks. It is a play off of the first names of the Three Stooges, Larry, Curly, and Mo. Yeah, what she said. I believe it would be best if Mo were to revise his testimony.
Very well. Mr. Curls, please revive your
They start turning the tables in our favor. What was the sound like? Well, I guess it sounded like, I guess you would say...
Mr. Curls, may the court remind you that humor is unnecessary.
Oh, how'd you know I was gonna make a joke? I guess that sounds like a, What sound like someone getting hit with something very hard? Yep, that's what it sounded like, honestly.
Someone getting hit? Huh?
The Three Stooges are three of the most famous slapstick comedians who have ever lived. You should figure out who the Three Stooges are.
Wait, I'll show Billy a video that'll explain everything. Let me find it real quick.
I'm becoming a real Catholic.
Oh, I found it, okay. This will tell you everything you need to know about the Three Stooges. This video is so fucking funny. I don't know why.
Why?
Gooseworks just decided to make an edit of that scene where it just transitions into that instead of whatever it actually is.
Into that? Well, yeah, you would not recognize where that's from, huh? That's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Mako.
I recognize the music, but yeah, I've never seen it.
It's the Amazing Glass Elevator. See, normal elevators go up and down, but this elevator goes up, down, left, right, forwards, backwards, turn ways, long ways, and wrong ways.
What's that? You went out the window to look and you saw?
Yeah,
A whole line I fucked up.
yeah, if he heard the sound and then looked, he did not witness the murder, he witnessed right after it.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I feel.
For away say, yeah, if you had to say exactly, how far away were they? Let me think about that for a second. If my room is here, they looked about yay big, I'd say they were about 30 feet from my window.
Just 30 feet? That's not far at all.
I suffer from astigmatism. It was snowing that night, and it cut down on my visibility.
I see. Please continue with your testimony regarding the two shadows that you saw.
You're welcome, Billy.
Of course I do! I'm gonna agree to make my claim.
And I suppose that you will be telling us all that great reason.
Of course I will. The reason is the witness' very own testimony.
What is the meaning of that, Mr.
Right? I feel like this is very obvious.
Most of them heard the sound of a thump of someone getting hit.
You did say that.
However, Mo just stated the following under oath. I kept watching them, and all of a sudden Max flung the Ringmaster over the head. Mo is to be believed, and he said he looked out the window upon hearing a sound. There's no way that he could have seen Max clonk anyone. And not deserve to crack clout!
Wait, what was that one?
Mr. Curls, how do you respond to Mr. Wright's assessment?
A crack clown unit was sent to prison by a circus court for a crime. What?
That's the A-team, I believe.
Oh.
They didn't commit. These clowns promptly escaped from maximum security clown car.
Shek drives the blue three-wheeled car from Mr. Bean. Is that the, what's the name of that car, Avery, that they keep showing on Top Gear?
The Reliable Robin.
Yeah, was it a Reliable Robin?
Mr. Curls, are you reciting the C-Team theme to anger this court?
No. I'm just stalling for time while I jog my memory. Great job, Nick. These types of witnesses always seem to have a selective memory. You have to peel back the layers of the clown makeup to find the truth.
Is that car, like, not a piece of shit by some miracle, or is it a piece of shit? Because it looks like it would be a piece of shit.
You try hitting a hard turn in that car, Mako.
Yeah, like, wouldn't it just, like, immediately tip over?
Yeah. Well,
Ah, you're back from your jog.
Well, pretty much happened the way I said. pretty much. When I looked out my window that night, the ringmaster was already face down in the snow. The prosecution helped me to fill in the gaps in my statement. Von Gunma. Tampering with witnesses again.
So now you were saying that you did not see the defendant clunk the ringmaster?
Yes. When I looked out my window, the ringmaster had already checked out.
Checked out?
Yep, he was on permanent vacation, as they say.
Mr. Curls,
Right?
you did not witness the actual crime. However, you still say you saw the criminal, correct?
The very fact that he was joking about that just now makes me think he did it.
Yes, exactly. The ringmaster was slumped over and I saw someone's silhouette next to him.
Very well, then please testify to the silhouette you saw. I expect the truth.
Check says, Mo, that's your best friend. Look, if you can't joke about the death of your best friend, are you really best friends?
Joking about it like 1 or 2 days after it happened.
Look, when Mako dies in a tragic coleslaw accident, I'm gonna make jokes about it.
Coleslaw?
Yes, coleslaw.
Okay.
And if I even catch a hint of a joke from you, I will put you in a holding cell until you learn court etiquette. Got it?
Got it. The silhouette. There are people in the other room. They're making noises.
Do you think we're still able to continue?
Yeah, I'll be fine. It was a bit far away, but that shadow could have fully belonged to Max. There's no doubting it, especially since I saw the uppity symbols. His silk hat, that black cloak, they were all there. But his cloak's not black, it's purple. His face was silhouetted, but there was no doubt that it was him. His cloak was fluttering in the wind. You couldn't really see what he was carrying.
Does seem as if the defendant was at the scene of the crime.
It took the clown long enough to get his facts straight. But whatever. This should finally be good enough, yes?
It is decisive testimony.
Was Max really at the crime scene that night? He said he wasn't there. You have to believe in that.
All right, Mr. Wright. Commence your cross-examination.
I gotta get my froggy blanket. I got my froggy blanket.
Who do we think did it, Billy? I don't think it's the clown. It's not the clown. It's not Ben.
I think it's the clown.
The options are either the acrobat we have not yet met, which is a probable cause because we've not met them yet,
It's probably the acrobat, but also it's the clown.
or Regina.
I don't think it would be Regina. I mean, like, yeah, she was very, not caring about the fact that her dad died, but I don't know. The fact that the clown joked about it like that made me hella sus.
Okay, but consider this. We have Max on one side trying to go after Regina. We have Trillo on the other side trying to go after Regina. But Regina likes the acrobat. Now, going from there, not one because Max is trying to come on to her. She's like, "Hey, can you kill Max to the acrobat?" And so, but the dad, the ringmaster, is taking the stuff back to the place, the lodging house, and then the acrobat kills him. And so Regina inadvertently murders her own father. Look, I think Regina killing her dad is the funniest outcome of this trial. Don't you think you're going a little overboard with how explicit you're being? That should have belonged to Max is an awfully firm statement, don't you think? What are you getting at? Just saying though, one of your fellow performers' life is on the line here. Are you truly 100% absolutely certain that it was Max? I'm not the kind of person who would lie about something as serious as this. The silhouette I saw was Max. I'm convinced of that. Doesn't seem like he was jumping to any conclusions this time. Let's go over this again then. What makes you so sure that you saw Max tonight? Chillo said the same thing. But if it was just the symbols, then even I could have been wearing them. What if someone had just been taking Max's symbols and wore them? I thought of that myself. But I was looking at the shape of the face I saw. Must have been Max.
You're sure of that?
Such a silly little boy. He threw his entire... How do you pronounce... Threw? He threw his entire case headlong into a trap.
You're sure that this is what you saw that night? Exactly what I said is what I saw is exactly what I saw. I've had eyes like a hawk. Don't birds have terrible night vision? That's not all I saw. You're able to see that kind of detail from your window?
There was a light near the scene of the crime. Anyone with decent eyesight should have been able to see that much.
Curiosity, Mo, what's your eyesight like? I could see like a hawk out of my left eye, and an eagle out of my right eye.
I like to say his eyesight is a perfect 20/20.
That means we could have seen the crime scene clearly.
The more we look into this matter, the more suspicious it becomes.
Hey, you asked me what my eyesight was like, not what it actually was. Yeah, that's a good point there. So you didn't actually see what the criminal was holding. That's correct! I've been curious to know what caused the loud noise. Must have been something incredibly hard. Like this dick. Given they haven't found the murder weapon to know for sure. That was a blunt object. At least it says so on the autopsy report. Most testimony on Moe's. It really seems like Max is the killer. Nick, you've got to find a contradiction in this. That's not going to be enough. What? I have to prove that Moe saw someone other than Max that night. It's the only way that will help. Gotta do it. I think it's the black cloak is the issue.
How come?
Because the cloak is purple and red.
I guess. I mean, maybe it's just being weird, but you can try that.
You say you saw all of Max's uppity symbols. Then he's also missing the roses. Suppose so. The silk cat and the cloak, right? Well, everyone knows that Maximilian Galactica has 3 uppity symbols. 3 symbols? Yeah, everyone get ready! All together now! Silk hat, cloak, white roses! What the?
Who cares if he knew that there were 3 or not? He saw what he saw, and he saw the symbols. He just forgot to mention one. Isn't that right? No.
Daylight pile up by triple
Silence, fool! You are to respond with the whole truth, no fractions.
Pi is not a fraction, it is an inherently irrational number, and therefore cannot be represented by a division of 2 values.
Order.
I would like,
Burger. I haven't had a burger in a while.
I like a white wine. Mo, you didn't see the roses, did you? To be honest, there weren't any roses on the person I saw.
The crime scene was dark. It's obvious it was too dark to see that kind of detail.
I explicitly mentioned a nearby light. But the witness said he was able to see the silhouette of the criminal's face. Imagine the roses are white. There's no way he could have missed them.
Since the roses must have fallen off when the defendant assaulted the victim.
Then we should have found them on the scene of the crime. In this case, we would have found them in this crime scene.
Mr. Wright. Shit. Mr. Wright, are these white roses truly material to the facts of the case?
Clearly not. He is just toying with the court.
Reciting Pi on Pi Day, huh? Oh yeah, yesterday was Pi Day!
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that to you.
Good old 3.141592653897932238462643383279502888.
Wait, do you oh my god.
Got her on the ropes now. These seemingly insignificant facts have never failed to lead me to the truth yet. Someone is toying with the court, but it's not me. Your Honor, do you recall Trillo's testimony? There's no way I could mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols. How can you mistake someone with that crazy getup and his nose stuck up so high? How can you make a statement with someone wearing such a snobby 3-piece getup? Trillo saw them all. Trillo saw all 3 of Max's symbols. However, this witness claims there were no white roses on the person he saw. So obviously no doubt that this is a contradiction.
Now what am I supposed to think? One is supposed to disregard the pointless, but this...
Judge, forget the roses. Think about his other testimony. The witness has stated his outright doubts that he saw Maximilian Galactica. Nothing else matters. Let's wrap this case up now.
Your Honor, may be trivial, but does cast doubt in the prosecution's case.
Frankly, I have my doubts about this witness. It seems that, unlike wine, the witness has not grown more mature with age.
I'm not mature?
I've come to a conclusion. I'm 99% certain that this witness saw the defendant. However, the remaining 1% of doubt is quite reasonable. Which means that for my peace of mind, I want to request a bit more testimony.
What?
If there are no contradictions in his next statement, I am prepared to issue a ruling.
A ruling? Nick, this is your last chance. Silhouette, part 2. There's no doubt in my mind, there were no white roses that night. However, all the other 3 symbols were there. I'm equally sure of that. Especially that silk hat. There's no way I could forget seeing the decorations on it. He was wearing it the entire time that he was on the scene.
He'll just,
Mr. Wright, you've got one last chance at this.
Just one chance? John mismanaged to blow the opportunity because within a lifetime you gotta lose yourself in the music, the moment, the moment.
as silly as the judge is, man, is he sensible? He's really not, like, at all.
I will not allow even the slightest hint of badgering against this witness. If you are going to prove to me there is a contradiction with Mr. Krill's statement, you better have at least a shred of evidence to back up your accusations.
We'll get a single shot at this. Gotta be careful. I understand, Your Honor. One chance is all I will need. So I guess no pressing. There's no doubt in my mind there were no white roses that night. However, all the other symbols were there. I'm equally sure of that. Especially the silk hat. There's no way I could forget seeing the decorations on it. He was wearing it the entire time that he was on the scene.
When was the hat found? Are we sure the hat was on them the whole time? Because it was found at the crime scene.
Yeah,
so...
if he was wearing it the entire time, then... Mo, be honest.
You promised, Mr. Phoenix, that...
Okay, so that means I can't even press. I need to just get it.
No more badgering. I hope you enjoy this penalty.
I'm finished.
Excuse me, I'm the one handing out the... Oh!
Witness, continue with your testimony.
You're not gonna whip me too, are you?
Maybe after court, if you're into that kind of
What?
I'm sorry, is she DTF the fucking, like, 40-something-year-old clown?
You know, the fact that she's down to do it if somebody's into it, again, I'm standing by. She's actually like a really based person outside of court. She's just specifically an asshole when it comes to the legal system. Like, unlike her dad, who was an asshole at all times, she's genuinely a cool person outside of the legal system.
I mean, that's just a theory.
Doesn't it only kind of pointless if you only whip me after court?
Yeah, so I would say, wearing the whole time, present the hat.
This wouldn't happen to be the silk hat you saw that night, would it? Yup, that's it! That's the hat he was wearing that night! No question in your mind? Exactly how would one mistake a thing like that? I see.
Is there some sort of problem, Mr. Wright?
Miss Von Karma, where exactly was the silk hat found?
Must you always ask these questions? It was found at the crime scene. The crime scene? That means...
The silk hat fell off at the crime scene. However, the witness clearly testified to the contrary. The witness stated that he was wearing it the entire time he was on the scene. No, that's not true!
Order! 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 Mr. Curls!
I would like an ice champagne. Yes, Your Honor?
What is the meaning of all of this? You are old enough to know better than to behave like this in court.
Hey, that's not right. That's so harsh.
What's not right here is your eyesight and your memory, amongst other things.
Why are you being so mean to me? What did I do? Let me guess. You didn't like my jokes or something, right? You didn't have to go and insult my eyesight or memory. They're both great. Seriously, why? Just because you're sitting above me doesn't mean you're no matter how, again, always younger than you.
Enough of these childish outbursts, Mr. Curls. Who do you think you are?
I saw him! I swear I saw him! It was Max! Even if he didn't have his roses, he was still wearing his dumb silk hat! Tell him the truth! He's turned to a bratty little kid. It's pitiful, isn't it? He left the scene wearing that dumb silk hat! He was there! He left the scene? What's the matter, Nick? Something I've been mulling over for a while now. Mo? What do you want? You said that he left the scene. Exactly how did the murderer leave the scene of the crime? What? He went? What do you mean, how did he leave the scene? You can't ask me that!
Mr. Phoenix Wright is badgering the witness, Your Honor.
This witness testimony is full of holes. Ms. Von Karma's protest is useless.
Grrr.
You've got a point. Let's hear what this witness has to say on this matter. Is that alright with you, little guy?
Don't talk to me like I'm a little baby. Besides, what kind of stupid question is how did he leave the crime scene?
Little guy is crazy.
The answer's obvious. He just turned around and walked away. And there's the hole.
Yeah.
He did not, because no footprints were found at the scene of the crime. That's what I expected you to say. You sure that's how it happened? Say what?
Huh? I'm not sure I know exactly where you're going with this. Lawyers nowadays sure do love to harp on the smallest things. Do you have any proof to counter his story as to how the criminal left the scene?
Yeah, the photo of the crime scene, depicting no footprints. Look at this photograph! The problem is the footprints in the snow.
Footprints?
In this photo, we can clearly see the footprints of the victim. However, where are the criminal's footprints? They aren't there! Ay, 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 ay. So, Mo, how exactly did the criminals get the scene? Your Honor? This witness has already proven that his testimony is completely unreliable. I'm going to strike all of the witnesses' testimony from the court record.
I agree. This clown's testimony is as rickety as the clown car he came to court in.
Wait just a second! You guys can't just ignore everything I said! Fine, fine, I'll tell you the truth this time.
You wait a second. I think you've said more than enough for today.
That didn't hurt. I'm sick and tired of listening to you anyways. I'll give you the real deal this time, I swear. I don't know why, but I get the feeling things are gonna get worse before they get better.
Mr. Lawrence Curls,
Yes?
the testimony you've provided up until now has been false.
It hasn't been false. I haven't lied. It's just
what?
I was a bit confused on the bit about the criminal leaving the scene. Especially since Von Carman or Whip told me not to talk about what I really saw.
Immediate chatter.
Order! Order! I will have order!
A nice rosé.
Franziska von Karma, how could you?
Why are you...
Your Honor, if you had heard the truth from this witness, you would have exactly the same opinion as I have.
What opinion is that?
It's not funny.
That's enough out of you. I'm going to listen to what he has to say. Now then, let's hear the truth about what you say you saw, Mr. Curls.
He flew away. Huh. You're not gonna believe this, but it's all true, I tell you.
Try not to waste our time with your ideology.
Throat. My larynx like got caught inside of my own... I don't know what just happened. I'm fine.
The truth. Now it's time for our next segment, Mo Knows. Everything that I've said up until now has been the truth. When I looked out the window, the ringmaster was down and Max was standing above him. He wasn't wearing his white roses, but he was wearing the silk hat. That's what I saw.
There is...
This is the truth now. Get ready for it. He flew. He jumped up and flew through the air. He flew right off into the darkness and disappeared in the darkness. That's why there were no footprints. Flying people don't leave footprints.
I told you it wasn't funny. Do you believe me now?
Well, that was, how do you put this into words?
Maximilian Galactica is a world-class magician. But to leave the scene of the crime by flying, there's no way that actually happened.
You're right.
Why is she right? You believe the other witnesses? Why would you believe me? Especially since it's the best part of the story.
To be honest, this is the first time I've heard of a flying criminal.
B.D. Cooper?
What do you think about this witness's testimony, Mr. Wright?
This is all a dream, right? I kind of want to do that one.
Right now, I can't believe any of this. I'm not even sure if this day hasn't been some kind of Kafkaesque dream. Ow!
Now do you think it's still a dream? Mr. Phoenix Wright?
Just because I dream about you whipping me does not mean that this is...
I suppose I will let you all in on my thinking regarding this matter. The criminal disappeared into the sky. I'd love to believe that. But I just can't wrap my head around how that could actually happen.
You imbecile!
You disregard a need for proof. This Von Karma's case is sound. However, I've got the feeling that this case is in dire need of more investigation. Thus, I will conclude today's proceedings at this point. It's an undisputed fact that this criminal left footprints at the scene. No, I want us to find out the reason behind this mystery of mysteries. I believe that's enough for today. Court is adjourned.
December 29th, 2:33, boom. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 5.
Hey,
Oh, my throat.
sweeties, what in the world is going on?
That's what I want to know. Say the criminal flew off into the air and disappeared. Max, I can't believe I'm asking this, but you didn't fly that night, did you?
I know you didn't mean to ask me such a fabulously stupid question. I can't fly whenever I please. It's not that easy.
But it looks so effortless for you on stage. Maya, magicians' acts are incredibly, like, well set up and planned out. Like, it's gonna look effortless because they designed it to look effortless in this one scenario in which they can get away with it.
It's not that simple. I'm not actually flying on stage. I use invisible wires and have them hoist me through the air.
Wow, you just told me the secret to your magic.
No! I broke the first rule, the cardinal rule, the only rule.
The magician never reveals his secrets. I'm sorry, Max. I made you break a magician's creed. It's me. I'm the Creed. Hi, it's me. I'm Creed. Howdy. How you doing? Hi, it's me.
Thank you, Chevron. I'm a method actor. I don't even know what that means, actually.
A method actor is an actor who takes on the sort of like lifestyle and demeanor of the person they're playing to get into the headspace of
Okay,
it.
I'm not doing that. I'm not assaulting minors.
Technically, he's never assaulted a minor. He just wants to marry a minor. No, I never actually finished reading this, and I should never reveal their tricks. Nick, what do we do now? All I can do now is hope that we find the flying criminal in court tomorrow. Great idea. Let's do our best and catch this sucker. It turns out it was the monkey all along. Toby continued.
This game's fun. I like the silly voices I get to do.
Yeah, it's fun to voice act silly voices. Visual novels are some of my favorite things that we play together. It's why I'm really hyped to play V3 at some point with you.
Yeah. Game is a banger. But god, my throat hurts. It's been like hurting today and I don't really know why.
You know, that's fair. Also, you know, genuine thing about V3 is I'm kind of glad we're taking so long to get to it. Because I feel like there are characters you will appreciate more with current Mako than you would Mako when we did play the demo.
Bug guy?
Yeah, especially Bug Guy. Because you went from being pretty mid on bugs to being a big bug person.
I'm gonna be sad AF when it ends. Well, luckily there's like 1 million games in this series, aren't there?
Yeah, there are like 9 games in the series, and one of them makes me really excited if I ever play that one.
The Clussy one, or...?
No, there's one that is the Ace Attorney Professor Layton crossover.
Oh,
And
never
I-
played Professor Layton, but I knew someone who really liked it.
I loved Professor Layton. I still need to finish the other games. I've played the first 3 of them, so I probably can't really, stream those since they're, puzzle games, and I would know all the answers, and you are maximum dummy brain, and I feel like it would not go very well if I was just like, hey, Mako, what's the answer? The entire time. So, like, that's a shame. Really good series. The third one is phenomenal. Made me tear up. Good games. Okay, so, thank you all for coming this evening. Today's most loved person is going to the absolute dinkus who drew these pictures of Ben Woodman on the stream. Why have you done that? Billy, for once in Billy's pitiful life, they have become the most loved viewer. The first time most loved viewer. Enjoy it while it lasts. It won't be forever. Yeah, thank you all for coming. I hope you had a wonderful time. Remember to bip bip bop boop bop beep bum 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 ba-dum.
Oh, tomorrow you were doing your first Picardo stream, right?
Yes, my first Pickfardo stream.
You should link the URL or whatever in the chat.
I mean, I'm gonna link it when I stink it,
I guess. Yeah, it'll be announced on the Discord and on bluesky, right?
Yeah, it'll be announced on Discord, bluesky, and Twitter if you still are using that.
I didn't realize you were still using it.
I use it to announce things, and that's it. I just copy the message I put on bluesky, I just send it there. But yeah, thank you all. We'll see you tomorrow when I draw something. I'll need to figure out which of the things that I'm allowed to draw. But yeah, I'll talk to you next time. Yeah, it's going to be on Picardo because I can't draw on YouTube for obvious reasons.
Can't draw certain things on YouTube.
Yeah. Good night.